today we'll be making an adorable poofy deco mesh wreath. What you will need, I have a 14-inch wreath ring, and this time I'm going to be using 21-inch deco mesh. You can also make this wreath with 10-inch deco mesh and also 6-inch deco mesh. I will link videos showing you how those different sizes look in the description box down below. Scissors and chenille stems. Alright, let's get started. Alright, so this fabric, this pattern is so adorable. It reminds me of a summer picnic. So, it's so precious. Alright, so I have cut my stems into thirds. I'm going to curl my mesh to a nice little point. I'm going to start at a cross ring just because it gives me a little more stability. And you can use a stem or you can just tie it in a knot. I do a little of both. I kind of tie it in a knot and then reinforce it with the stem. Alright, so once you have your starting point, you're going to pull to make a nice poof. Now the size of the poof, that is completely up to you. Just make them as large and as poofy as you want them to be, or if you want them smaller and tighter, you can do that as well. Just try to make them as uniform as possible. And I'm going to take my third of a stem and twist it around the inner two rings. Now sometimes I use a fourth of a stem and I twist it around each single ring. You can do that as well. It's just personal preference. Alright, and then tuck it away. Get a nice cute little poof there. I'm going to make another, pull and make a poof. Take your stem and twist it around. And tuck it away. Just like that. So I usually go with 4 poofs in each section. Again, you can go with more poofs, fewer poofs. 4 seems to make a pretty decent sized wreath. If you want it larger and poofier, you can use a larger wreath ring and more mesh and larger poofs. Whatever you prefer. Just have fun with it and make it your own. Alright, I'm going to get 2 more poofs in place and show you what one section looks like. Come to the 4th poof, I like to take my stem around the cross ring, kind of like how I did at the beginning, just to kind of add a little stability in between the sections, and then tuck it away. So this is what the section looks like. I have my 4 poofs, and the last poof I tied to the cross ring. Alright, one section nice and poofy. Alright, 2 sections, and once I have all of them in place, I kind of flare it out and fluff out the poofs. So I'm going to continue adding poofs all the way around my wreath, and then we'll come back and fluff and flare out all of our poofs. So this is 2 sections. It looks thick and poofy already, but if you want to go bigger, hey, go for it. Alright, so once you have all of your mesh in place, just cut away the excess. And then I just kind of tuck it away because it's not going to be visible. And I just kind of flare out and fluff out all of my poofs to make sure they're nice and poofy. Again, I went with 4 poofs in each of my 6 sections. And it makes a pretty decent size wreath. You can go with more, less. You can use a larger wreath. This is a 14-inch wreath ring. I have used the 21-inch mesh on an 18-inch wreath ring, and it looks really good as well. So just go with whatever you prefer. But it's so cute, poofy, and easy to make. You can add in any additional embellishments you'd like. You can leave it just like this. You can kind of push it outward and add an adorable little sign to the center. You can add a bow to the front. I do have a little mesh left over, so I could have an adorable little bow. 3 pieces. I'm just going to fold it in half like this. And I'm going to do the exact same with my other 3 pieces. Fold them in half. So I have 2 halves, and I'm just layering them one on top of the other. Scrunch it together, and then I'm going to tie it together with the stem. Using a full stem to tie it together because I want to make sure it's nice and secure. Really, really tight. Like that. And it makes a nice poofy bow. You could leave out a piece to make, you know, the tails of the bow if you choose to do so. But this wreath is so poofy that I just wanted to have just a bow, you know, for the very top. It doesn't even have to go on the wreath. If you want it like somewhere else for extra decor, you want your decor to kind of match, you can do so. But I have this stem where I can attach the bow, attach it to the top, bottom, the side, or somewhere completely different. The possibilities are endless. Just have fun with it and make it your own.